Hey, I'm back out here in the garden again. And what I'm doing right now is mulching some of these flowers that I was supposed to be mulching, but never got around to. I do have some mulch at this time, and I'm gonna show you what I'm using this time. I actually had bought this for my quail coop, then I realized it was pine, and from what I read, they advised not to really use pine shavings in their quail coop, so I decided to use it in the flower bed. I got this from Tractor Supply as well. And it is, well, it's upside down, so I'm going to try to turn it right side up so you can see it. I already busted it open because, as I said, I started using it in the quail coop. I think y'all can see what kind that is. That's what I'm using. Premium Pine Shavings Fluff for Comfort Absorbent Sulfate Low Dust 8 cubic feet. It's very compact, but that's what I'm using. And I decided to start with the grow bags and the pots first because it's so much easier to do those. It's easier to do the grow bags and stuff first. I got me some little different gloves. I'm gonna buy me a couple of more pair because I'm trying to keep my gloves that I use for my quail birds separate than the ones that I use on my food. I don't want to be in the quail coop changing out water and all that, cleaning the coop and stuff with the same gloves. I just didn't like that. So, I don't want to do that. So that's what I'm doing, changing my little gloves around. I went over there to the quail. Ooh, a little frog, a lizard or something moving very quickly. Thank goodness. Get out of my way. I went over to the quail coop and changed out their water, added some more food. I don't necessarily have to change their water every day, but sometimes they poop in the little water tray where they get the water from. They don't care if they drink it. I do. So I change it. I don't like it. I'm trying to keep them as healthy as possible, but I know they are wild birds and they, would do stuff like that. And so it's so much easier to do these bags. That's why I decided to do the bags first because they wide open. I could just take big hands full and get through real quickly versus the little pockets on the grow towers. This is my first time using this for mulch, but it is wood, raw. And I about need to put these little gloves on. I mean these little glasses on. I see these old sticks over here. These bamboo sticks. And I'm out working in between the rain. It has rained here about 2 or 3 more times since I've been out the first time today. And I'm gonna see how this pine shaving do, because I don't like anything that could cause a lot of bugs or whatever. That's why I stopped with the wood chips in the garden. I didn't like that, when you turn them over or kick them up or something, you see roaches and stuff. I didn't like that. The roaches could hide in them. It's enough pestilence in the garden without me creating a haven for more. So this is something that I needed to do, long overdue. Pull you guys with me as I go further down. But yeah, that's what we're doing in the garden today. Just finishing up some mulching. That is much needed work in the garden. And this is really compact. I see how they got 8 cubic feet in this one bag. It is very, very compact. I'm really having to dig my fingers into it to get this stuff out. What are you all doing in the garden today? I'm working in between the rain, trying to get my work done. What are you all doing? Are y'all dealing with all the pestilence like I am? Some kind of worm, cut worm. I saw where one of the plants I had and showed in my other video. I said, dog, look like somebody just cut this. And I learned that it's a such thing as the cut worm in the garden. I was like, well, I think you've been over here, because the way those plants look, it didn't look just chewed. It looked like it had been cut. And I was wondering if that's why they call it cut worm. I seen some other people talking about it, and when they held up their plant, it looked just like the one that I had showed. I was like, gosh, you have some of everything. You have the pike worm or the pinworm or whatever, like to put tiny little holes in your stuff and eat it from that like that, especially on your little squash. I was like, man, you have something to deal with to try to grow this food. I'm not going to cover these little teeny tiny seedlings right here, the little turnips. I think I'm going to leave those out. I'm not going to cover those. I'm just going down here to the next bag. So that's what I'm doing in the garden. Just came to share with y'all the work. This is a lot of times the behind the scenes stuff I don't show, but I'm starting to show more of my work and stuff as I go. And hopefully, if I'm not doing something correct, some of my subscribers out there will tell me. Oh, there's a mosquito. Some of my subscribers will tell me, or leave a comment or suggestions or something like that, that can probably make things easier for me, or correct me if I'm doing something wrong, or make suggestions. And I always say suggestions, like I be stressing that, because sometimes people tell you stuff and they act like you have to do it because they said it. No, I hear a lot of content creators saying that, and I also see a lot of the comments. Some of those comments are not that nice. I see the cutworm has been in this bag with the Georgia collards. Not the cutworm, but that other kind of caterpillar worm. I see he's been in this bag over here just chewing up on my stuff. Seem like they come out at night to me. But I'm not going to move it. It has a little leaf left on it. I'm going to let it stay in there. That particular one, I'm going to let it stay in there. But that's what I'm doing, guys, over here. I'm not going to prolong this video. I just wanted to come and share with you all what I'm doing. And I'll probably be out here for just a little while because those clouds have gotten dark again. So I'll be out here probably till I feel rain. Me and Olivia was out today again, ripping and running around in the drizzle, and went to Lowe's. And I tell you, those seedlings at Lowe's look just as bad or worse than the seedlings that they had at Home Depot. I was like, whoa, they did not look good at all. And they had the exact same thing. It was very limited what they had. They had the same cabbage, collards, blue collards, regular collard greens, and but they herbs looked great, just like at Home Depot. So they got the same thing out. I won't. Ooh, excuse me. Felt like a net or something got in my throat. Yuck. I won't be going back looking for anything there, because I'll just wait till the local places have that. The local farmer market have their stuff out. They said in a couple of weeks or next week, so I'll just wait, because one thing about it, when I get stuff from there, it is always good. It is always good. So that's what I'm doing, filling up these things with this mulching everything in. And if anybody knows something about pineapples, Like mine look like they're ripe. I'm gonna have to look up how to harvest them. I don't want to cut it too low or cut it too high. I want it to be right so I can start getting little pups on the side. So I don't want to mess it up. So I'm gonna look at some videos on how people harvest them and what they do, because those are so golden yellow. I'm pretty sure they're probably ready to come off of there. At least that's what it looked like if I just go by the color. But I'm gonna read up on it, watch them. When I say read up on it, I mean videos in Google. That's as much as my reading. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, guys. I just wanted to come back and share with you all what I was doing. I'll see you guys later.